The next pre-final up is for IAME Cadets. The young man alongside me, Taylor Barnard, you are having one hell of a season. You've won every pre-final and final this year so far. Now, I've been looking back in the history books. I'm told potentially there may be only one other person who won every single cadet final in one season. Do you know who that was?
No.
I'm told it may be Jensen Button, possibly Dan Wheldon. I've asked Graham Smith at the Association of British Kart Clubs. He thinks it may be Wheldon, maybe Button, not sure. We're still trying to clarify. But it would be an amazing achievement in what is an ultra-competitive class, arguably the most competitive class in karting in the UK. What's the secret this year? I know you were 7th last year, I think, in the championship. What's the secret this year, do you think?
I don't know, we just managed to get a really good kart set up and we've just have a confident, strong year so far, so I don't really know.
But there's lots of karts on the grid as well, and you know, anything can go wrong. Can you go? Are you thinking about going the entire season undefeated? Could you do it?
I'm hoping to, I'm trying as hard as I can, but chances are it's not going to happen.
Okay, well, pre-final coming up, good luck.
Here we go then, IAME Cadet pre-final. Barnard on one side, Draper on the other. Here we go, Chris Draper trying to outdrag Taylor Barnard to the first corner, and already there's a lot of jostling for position as they get down to the braking zone. Everybody wanting to squeeze through. I think Draper's going to be pushed out slightly wide here, down to 4th, 5th position. Oh, there's a spin. That's Slater. Ashton Hodgson and Olivia Algieri have to take avoiding action as they go through. So it's Barnard in the lead. Oh, Matthew Rees has overshot the chicane, but Barnard leads it from Lindblad in 2nd place. McIntyre, Chris Draper, Alex Dunn, then Irvin, Rowledge, Dodds, Shaw, Denny. It looks as though we've got Mace, Neat and Phillips all in the jostle for position as well. Several drivers trying to work their way through on the first lap here at Fulbeck, but Taylor Barnard and Arvid Lindblad have broken clear. Now I want to pick up a little bit on Arvid Lindblad. He is an incredibly talented young lad, part of a new team for this season, ORM. Now what do you think ORM stands for? Oliver Rowland Motorsport. It's a brand new karting team set up by the Renault reserve driver Oliver Rowland, and it's a 3-man operation. Oliver Rowland, his man Alex T, who is one of the main mechanics, and Arvid Lindblad. It's just the 3 of them, and look, they're up against the best of Fusion. Taylor Barnard at the front. Amazing.
Oliver Rowland, one of the top runners as cadets going back a few years. He's the only person that's ever won the Super 1 Cadet Championship title twice in a row. Won it one year, stayed in it, and won it the following year as well. The only driver in history to do it. And up the inside,
that's
Draper.
It's
a change for 3rd place. Chris Draper through the 3rd.
So Chris Draper in the Strawberry Racing Machine gets himself back into a strong position, but he loses it straight away to one of the Fusion boys. I think that's the rookie. Oh no, it was McIntyre in 3rd position, but he's now slipped down to the back of the queue. So now it's Dunn who's in 3rd position. Absolutely cracking battle though for 3rd behind Barnard and Lindblad.
Alex Dunn was absolutely on it last time out. He came from 31st to 5th, you remember, Jake, in a great drive, and he's showing that sort of pace again today. But this month he is further up the grid than he was last time. There he is on the 21.
So there's still an absolutely incredible battle to come in this race. 5th position behind them, of course, is the 12 of Josh Irvin, and he is trying to get himself back onto the podium once again. So it's Barnard, Lindblad, Dunn, Draper. Here comes Irvin up on the inside into 4th position, and he might leave the door open for young McIntyre to get in there as well. The young rookie, William McIntyre, trying to push himself further forward. And it's an absolutely incredible scrap as the drivers work their way through. Taylor Barnard, the O-plate, still leading the way. Of course, carries the number 7 seed because he was 7th in last year's championship. But Arvid Lindblad is giving him a lot of pressure at the moment. The very talented youngster as part of this 3-man operation. Oliver Rowland, a mechanic, Alex T, and him. That is the team. It's amazing that you can have a 3-man operation go up against the might of Fusion and Strawberry, and they are doing an absolutely cracking job. And Arvid Lindblad, very focused here at Fulbeck. He's got an incredible amount of weight on his shoulders to push after a race victory here. But Lindblad, we know, is capable of doing so, and it's going to be an amazing battle if he gets there. Now, 3rd position is already spicing up. Irvin got through into 3rd position. This first place on the last lap. But here comes Chris Draper back on the inside to move up into P4. So Draper is back in a 4th position in there behind Alex Dunn. So it's Dunn in 3rd position, Draper, Irvin and McIntyre. McIntyre, the leading rookie, in 7th position. Behind him is Rashan Chigarimbo, who's having an amazing run. Rashan Chigarimbo, the best we've seen from him, battling away with Max Dodds as they come down the straight. Then it's Matthew Rees in front of Oliver Denny, Sam Shaw, Josh Rowledge, Aidan Neat 13th from Archie Mace, and Luke Watts in the E-plate down in 15th. Life is tough when you're in the cadets.
Yeah, Luke Watts won that E-plate, the English Championship title, just the weekend before this. That is Rashan Chigarimbo, picked out, as you say, Jake, best we've seen from him for, well, certainly the entire season.
So yeah, let's see if he can hold his weight in amongst the battle as Max Dodds is trying to get in there. I think that's the battle for the lead changing, or certainly in the top 6. That Chris Draper lost the place and then gets it straight back again. Now McIntyre's going to get up alongside Irvin. If he goes for the manoeuvre, he will move up into 5th place. He doesn't, but that has brought Chigarimbo and Dodds into the battle. And now Matthew Rees and Oliver Denny are closing in as well. So some good battles all the way through this field. I think that's Vinnie Phillips trying to get onto the tail of Luke Watts. We saw him in the midst of a battle earlier on, but he's managing to make up great progress through the field, is Vinnie Phillips. Barnard leads it, Lindblad in 2nd place, there they go, 3rd position currently held by Alex Dunn, as up the inside goes Josh Irvin, takes on Chris Draper, so Alex Dunn is now being chased by Josh Irvin. Chris Draper in 5th position, still Will McIntyre in 6th place, with Rashan Chigarimbo and Max Dodds pursuing, through the chicane, left, right, hold it on the apex, little bit of curve on the left, down the straight, into this square left, here we go. Right-hander hairpin, 180 degrees, and a great run to the boot if you get it right. Here we go, and this is an opportunity now for Josh Irvin to close up on his teammate Alex Dunn and make the move into 3rd position. But he is now the cork in the bottle as Alex Dunn goes a little bit wide. Josh Irvin is now surely going to get a run at him as they go down to the chicane for the next lap. There go the leaders, Barnard and Lindblad. Dunn hanging on in 3rd. Lots of pressure from Josh Irvin as they go down to the chicane. They're in the same team, but at this level of motor racing, you don't really have a teammate once you're out there. You can manoeuvre a little bit, but it's everybody for himself as they race through. Will McIntyre makes the move on Chris Draper. So now it's Fusion 1, 3, 4 and 5 as they run down the straight. Only that man battling his way over the curbs. Arvid Lindblad is breaking up the perfect flow for Fusion, but Taylor Barnard, look, he's actually managed to open up a little bit of a gap on Arvid Lindblad thanks to that. It's only 2 kart lengths, but that's a lot in cadet.
You may be watching history here, folks. We're not sure if Jenson Button won every final. We're going to try and check that. We have to contact McLaren, see if Jenson will confirm or not. It may have been Dan Wheldon, that's the other name we've had mentioned. But Taylor Barnard here has won every pre-final and every final so far this season. The first 3 pre-finals and 3 finals. We've got the pre-final and grand final in this programme today. He's looking to maintain that winning record. That's Alex Dunn on the 21. He's leading the chase there in 3rd place, but he's well behind. Look at the lead the leaders have got.
Yeah, 2 of the greatest names in the Cadet Championships history, Jenson Button and Dan Wheldon. If you don't know who Dan Wheldon is because you're so Formula One focused, then you need to do some research on the late, great Dan Wheldon, one of the greatest racing drivers Britain has ever produced, a double winner of the Indy 500 as well as IndyCar Series champion 12 years ago. An amazing hero taken far too early 6 years ago at the race in Las Vegas, but an amazing legacy he left behind. And yes, indeed, one of the stars of cadet racing over the last 20 years, but these guys are hoping to emulate him and go even further than that and win even more. There's an amazing crop of talent in this one, and we're watching it as they plunges down the straight once again. How are the leaders? Well, Barnard and Lindblad are still well clear. Alex Dunn hoping for an opportunity. That is Will McIntyre, sorry. I thought it was Vinnie Phillips in the 87. It's the 77 of McIntyre trying to defend from Chris Draper. And the 9 is in there as well, just in behind him. That's Matthew Rees, still trying to recover from that moment when he skipped the chicane earlier on. But look at the battle. Chigarimbo and Dodds have got their way through past all of them into 5th and 6th position. Rashan Chigarimbo is having an amazing race. It's up the inside. That is Rees going through through on Draper. But what a race this is from Chigarimbo.
I think Reese will be okay missing the chicane earlier on, Jake, as you mentioned. And we've got another
Chigarimbo
driver
for third.
making up 2 places through the boot. Amazing.
Rashan Chigarimbo is third. He is absolutely on this. This is an amazing run from Rashan, and now he's going to try and hold on to it as the Fusion boys once again try to come through. Alex Dunn no longer in front, I should point out. It's now Josh Irvin. Now it's going to be Alex Dunn up the inside again, and he takes 4th position. Josh Irvin down to 5th position. Then it's Reese, then it's Will McIntyre, but Rashan Chigarimbo has set his sights on the leaders. I'm coming for you.
We're into the last lap, Jake, and Chigarimbo, by the way, is a privateer up against the might of the Fusion Motorsport team drivers. Oliver Gray's made up 11 places so far. He is the prime mover. We look in the background. I think Chigarimbo may have been deposed. I think he's dropped back through from 3rd place. We'll spot them as they come across the line, but that's the win for Taylor Barnard. That's 4 pre-finals, 4 wins. In the background, who's coming through for 3rd?
Let's have a look at it as they come across the line. Oh, there's contact further back! Completely upstages the 3rd position run to the flag. It's Irvin and Dunn. They've come together. The teammates of Fusion have come together in the final turn and lost everything. Drama on the final turn. Chris Draper is secure in 3rd position ahead of Will McIntyre from Reese, Denny, Phillips and Chigarimbo. We didn't see how he dropped back, but he is there in the top 10. So too are Josh Rowledge and Aidan Neat. And those finishing positions from that race will set the grid for the grand final. Will Taylor Barnard be unbeaten? And how much scrapping is there going to be from the back with the likes of Dunn and Irvin fighting through?